hey, come here. What percentage of your net income should your mortgage payment be? I know there's a lot of schools of thought out there. 25%, 20%, maybe your Uncle Bob says under 15%. And as a content creator, it's easy for us to kind of just go on this platform and just tell you guys, this is the percentage you should be, but not really based in reality. So I found this great post on Reddit, Our First Time Home Buyer, where someone asked, hey, how much of your net goes to mortgage? And there was actually a lot of interesting responses to this. So I read through every single post. I put it all into an Excel sheet. I got all the sweet data for you. So we're going to break down not only what the numbers say of what people are saying that they're paying, what are some common beliefs and thoughts of the reasoning why people are doing these numbers. First and foremost, before we start talking about the specific data, let's go over just some of the top comments and just kind of feel the vibe, if you will. So come and vibe with me, will you? Sorry. I'm like desperately trying to sound young when I'm obviously not. First one is from 10-4, says 40% exactly of our net pay. We have been paying $3,000 a month for rent for the past year and have been able to save quite a bit. Mortgage and taxes and everything will be $5,000 a month. This leaves $2,300 left over for calculating expenses. We have $700 monthly car payment that we are working on paying off ASAP. Plan to pay more for the principal the first few years and we'll see how it goes. First payment of the mortgage will be the month of March, moving out next week. Next one is from Realistic Phrase, says around 55% of net, including property taxes. One thing to note though, everyone has different income levels and financial situations. So I'm not sure if comparing percentages would really be beneficial in assessing your own budget. For example, 45% left over for other expenses will be completely different for someone making $50,000 versus someone making $500,000. VHCOL, that means very high cost of living. Relatively high earning, high savings rate. I have no other debt. After all my deductions, I'm putting 55% of my take-home pay into my mortgage. So I'm going through these posts and I start... Sorry, that wasn't me. I have a soundboard. Okay? I don't want you guys commenting that I freaking farted and like it's a soundboard. Look. See? It's a soundboard. It's not me. I don't know why I'm embarrassed like I did fart, but I swear it wasn't me. Before we start, talking about opinions and all that stuff, let's actually break down the data now and go over everything. It wasn't me. I did not fart. Jeez. Okay. We collected about 50 results from this post overall. I read every single comment and essentially if someone said what their percentage was, I typed it down. And out of that 60, we broke it down into 6 categories. 1 is under 20%, 2 is 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and 60 plus. And then from this point on, we can also break it down further to under 30, 30 to 50, and over 50%. I personally like the second one more, just kind of breaks it down a little better. Now, before we go over the data, I want to just do a quick plug. I know I'm a sellout. The Home Buyer HQ is free. All you gotta do is go here, you name a fair price, you hit 0, you want this, you get it. So you get a Notion page that has all of my spreadsheets in it, and you get a PDF of the best time to buy a home checklist that I made in Dungeons and Dragons lore book style. So, and if you're looking for an agent recommendation anywhere in the country, check out homeandmoney.com/Javier, click a few buttons, get connected with a great person right away. And if you happen to be looking in Arizona, you can just reach out to me and my information in the description, or you can check out my YouTube channel, Arizona Javi, where I go over specific Phoenix topics. So now let's get into the data, the fun part, right? So 7 people bought a home under 20%, 15 people purchased 20 to 30%, 12 people purchased 30 to 40, 6 people purchased 40 to 50, 9 people purchased 50 to 60, and 1 person purchased over 60%. If we break those down even further, under 30% were 22 people, 30 to 50 was 18, and over 50% was 10. So clearly the clear winner still is under 30%, which is good news for all those budgeting finance bros and sisters that are like, yes, this is where your mortgage payment should be. But over half of them are still purchasing over 30%, 56% of them to be in fact. Now, once again, this is a very small pool side, although I will say if these people are actively on Our First Time Home Buyer, they've either recently purchased or they are purchasing. So I give a lot of value to, I give a lot of value to their vote, but there's still no quite clear winner, right? There's no clear direction where everybody is going this path. And for a lot of people, that might be shaky. A lot of people, that might be a sign for something to come. But what do you think about that? As I was reading the comments, I kind of just started picking up on like some consistent themes and things that people were saying. And this is the top 3 things that I concluded as I was reading all these posts. I noticed a lot of the comments that were over 40% said, yeah, I've already got my retirement pretty set. I've got a good chunk of money saved already. Like, they've already accomplished a lot of financial goals. Therefore, their comfort level is pretty good. And they're okay stretching out that budget higher because they have the other things in order. Everyone just has different levels of comfort levels and financial priorities based on how they were raised, based on their current financial journey. And that leads to my second point that I found is leftover income is key. It's not just about the percentage, it's about how many dollars you have left after you've paid your mortgage. This varies. You could be making $100,000 a year, or you could be making $400,000 a year. Both of them making 50% mortgage payments are completely different, especially in this environment, right? So we cannot just simply look at a simple rule and say, hey, this is what we need to apply to. So basically, this requires some further thinking. Is it a variable? Is it a certain percentage? If you make under a certain amount of dollars per year, should you be at a certain percentage? If you're making over 100, should you be at a certain percentage? Then it also depends on your lifestyle and your living. Someone making $100,000 in California is completely different than someone making $100,000 in South Dakota. It's just varies so heavily, and it requires you to use some of that brain power to think about where you live, what the average, like what your lifestyle expenses are, and just so many other factors, right, to determine. And the last thing I want to point out is owning feels better than renting. Everyone has that shared belief that, man, it's just, it feels so nice to own my home. It feels so great to not be a renter no more. It reminds me of another post I saw that I screenshotted. It says, during my 17 years of adulthood, I've called 25 places home. I'm done. Or this comment I got on my YouTube channel, the power dynamic with the landlord is key for me. My investment portfolio is doing better than the housing market, and hence I have resisted buying a home. However, I am now stuck in an exploitive relationship with my landlord from hell, and I can't wait to get out of the situation. Sorry for the confusion at the end there. All that is great, but I want you to look at this, and automatically your heart or your brain is going to lean towards one area. Oh, maybe I should go spend over 40% or 50%. Or maybe I should go spend, definitely keep under 30%. That's your decision to make. I just want you to be aware that the people saying that they're pushing that budget higher are high earners. They have a lot of savings. If you're going to do it, make sure you have other things set up. You have your nice nest egg. Your credit cards are really, really, really well taken care of, either paid off or very low, and you're just living a good lifestyle, right? If you are thinking that you're going to get into a house with 45%, 50% of your net income, and then suddenly you're going to start becoming a budget lord, and you're going to be suddenly getting your credit cards paid off, and you're suddenly going to become this master, it's not going to work like that. Don't put yourself in a situation and expect yourself to change. Change first, and then put yourself in that situation. Ultimately, I hope this video brought you some enlightenment and empowerment. I feel that it's good to see what other people are doing so we can learn from their experience, whether it's a mistake or a good thing. They are still experiences that we can all learn from. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say down below. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you in the next video. And by the way, if you are looking to buy a home soon, check out this video I made about the biggest red flags to avoid when you're looking for a home. I think it's pretty valuable stuff. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.